Hello students, welcome to ExamRat. It is a platform where you will get content for classes 9th and 10th. So if you are new to our platform, please visit our website and check all our videos. Today we are going to start with part 3 of the chapter, How do organisms reproduce? So part 1 and part 2 are done and now we are left with just part 3 of it. So let's begin. So, in early teenage years, a whole new set of changes occurs that cannot be simply explained as body enlargement. Now, if you say like when you were a kid of 5 to 10 years old, and now when you look at yourself, you are in class 10th, and then further you will be in colleges and universities, right? So these are going to be different phases of life. And if you say that from a 5-year-old kid to a 20-year-old kid, it is not that just the bodies have swollen up in terms of dimensions, right? So the appearance of the body changes, proportions change, and new features appear, right? So if you look at this girl here, a small young girl going to a school, right? She has a backpack also. And when you look at this girl who is comparatively elder to her, right? So it is not just that if I say this girl has transformed into this particular girl only in terms of uh, like she has changed her body form or the body structure or the body has enlarged, right? So there are many more features to it. Such a type of change when we see in children from a particular age group is called to be changes in puberty, right? So these changes are common both to girls and boys. Here we are not having a picture of a boy, but these are common to both girls and boys. Now, what are the changes? We say you have entered your teenage, and then when the teenage is about to enter, we say you are about to finish with the teenage, adolescence, right? So, what are these terms? These are some set of characteristics that appear particularly in these ages, these years, and they depict the body has matured enough, right? So, what are these signs of maturation? There is thick hair growing in new parts of the body, such as armpits and the genital area between the thighs. Thinner hair can also appear on legs and arms as well as on the face. So, if you notice when we were kids, and if you notice yourself now, comparatively, you will have much hair growth as compared to you in the younger age. The skin frequently becomes oily and we might develop pimples, acne issues, right? These are all general common things that we see. So if animals are participating in this process of mating, their state of sexual maturity must be identifiable by other individuals. So many changes during puberty, such as new hair growth patterns, are signals that a sexual maturation is taking place. So basically, all these signals, there are many more changes to it, like there is cracking of the voice in males specifically. Okay? Changes in body shape, structure. It is also seen that some people catch a definite growth in their height at these time periods, right? So it can change your height, it can change your weight, it can lead to acne, it can lead to what else? Hair growth and etc. So all these changes show that the body is ready or is undergoing sexual maturation. Okay. So keeping in mind about the two different genders, male and female, right? So male reproductive system and female reproductive system we have to study. Now the male reproductive system consists of portions, basically two portions. One which produce the germ cells and other which deliver the germ cells to the site of fertilization. Right? So one is production of germ cells and other is delivering the germ cell to the site of fertilization, right? Okay. So the formation of germ cells or sperms takes place in the testes. Okay. So we will part by part study about the reproductive organs and different labelings that it has. So one is testes और यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Formation of germ cells, right? Germ cells or sperm cells. These are located outside the abdominal cavity in scrotum. Scrotum is a bag-like structure because sperm formation requires a lower temperature than the normal body temperature. So the the function is explained very well in this statement only because it is located outside because जो बॉडी टेम्परेचर है वो हमें इसमें कम चाहिए राइट सो एक्सटर्नल बॉडी टेम्परेचर is required less, right? Testes secrete the hormone testosterone, ठीक है? So ये क्या secrete कर रहे हैं? Secrete hormone testosterone. Also, in addition to all these functions, it brings about changes in appearance seen in boys at the time of puberty. So ये changes, जो different changes हमें देखने को मिलते हैं at the time of puberty, it is about that. Okay. So this was about 3 points for the testes. Now we'll go to the next slide. Okay. So the sperms formed are delivered through the vas deferens, which unites with the tube coming from the urinary bladder. Now if we see, if we see this diagram, so this is a tube coming from the bladder. Can you see this tube? Right? And it is uniting here, right? So okay, so vas deferens delivers the sperms formed and it unites with the tube from urinary bladder, right? Also, when we look at the male reproductive system, the structure of it, it has a structure called urethra. So yeah, this here. So if you see, it is a common passage for the passing out of urine and sperms both. So it is a common passage for sperm plus urine. It also has secretions. The vas deferens also has secretions of glands like prostate and seminal vesicles. Therefore, they add their own secretion to it and thereby they create a fluid which makes the transport of sperms even more easier. And the fluid is nutritious also, so it provides nutrition to the sperm as well, right? Now, sperms है क्या? Sperms are tiny bodies with long tail. ऐसा structure होता है कुछ, ठीक है? They have a tail also. They contain the genetic material and they move towards the female germ cell but with the help of a tail. So basically the tail here is for motility. Yes, so this is the structure of a sperm. You don't have to go very deep into it, just a little bit, that it has a head, it has a tail for motility, then there is a structure present at the anterior head of the sperm, that is acrosome. Acrosome के पास क्या होता है? It has enzymes which help the sperm penetrate better in the layers of an egg. Okay. Now we come to the female reproductive system. So female reproductive system में क्या है? There are eggs, ठीक है, which are made in ovaries. So this is the structure. Number one structure that we have to study is ovaries, situated here. This uh, big egg-like structure, right? So these are ovaries. Ovaries के पास क्या है? Eggs है, ठीक है. So if you see this structure here, let's say this is an ovary. Again, this diagram is just for understanding. इफ यू सी इट हेयर, छोटे छोटे मल्टीपल एग्स होते हैं ओवरीज के पास, ठीक है. सो द फीमेल जर्म सेल्स और एग्स आर मेड इन द ovaries. They are responsible for the production of some hormones also. So ovaries also produce hormones, the female hormones, right? Now one egg, as I told you, multiple eggs हैं यहाँ पे, ये मल्टीपल है ना, बहुत सारे हैं नंबर में. सो वन एग इज प्रोड्यूस्ड एवरी मंथ बाय ओवरी, राइट? नाउ व्हेन puberty is attained, is reached, the eggs start to get mature, right? When they get mature, the egg is carried from the ovary to the womb through a thin oviduct or fallopian tube. So this is the structure here that is called as fallopian tube. This one, this tube-like structures, right? ये यहाँ जाके join हो रहा है structure, right? यहाँ पे हमारा है ये uterus, ठीक है? The two oviducts unite into an elastic bag-like structure known as the uterus. So यहाँ से एक oviduct, एक यहाँ से, right? ये कहाँ पे जाके मिल रहे हैं? यहाँ जाके मिल रहे हैं और ये क्या बना रहे हैं? एक bag-like structure which is the uterus. The uterus opens into the vagina through cervix. So this is the cervix here and it opens into the vagina. So ovaries have a lot of immature eggs. जब puberty attain करते हैं तो eggs mature हो जाते हैं and after that one egg is released every month by an ovary. Now if you see this diagram here, the sperms enter through the vaginal passage during sexual intercourse. So this is the vagina and the sperms enter through the passage. एक ही नहीं होता, बहुत सारे होते हैं, right? So they travel upwards and reach the oviduct where they may encounter the egg, right? Ovary है, ovary के पास egg है यहाँ पे. The fertilized egg यानी के zygote starts dividing to form an embryo. ठीक है? जब embryo बनता है, it gets implanted somewhere, right? ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि उसको एक पोजीशन दे देते हैं अटैचमेंट के लिए. So it gets implanted in the lining of the uterus, right? Lining जो है उसमें attach हो जाता है. वहां पे पहुंचने के बाद embryo की growth रुक नहीं जाती. In fact, it grows into more complex forms. उसके organs बनते हैं, ठीक है? So that is how the fetus, the baby, develops. Now, the lining thickens and is richly supplied by blood to nourish the growing embryo. Obviously the fetus, the baby is growing, it needs some form of nourishment. So जो embryo के पास जो lining है वो thicken होगी and it will be supplying the required nutrients. The embryo gets its nutrition from the mother's blood with the help of a special tissue called placenta. Okay. अब प्लेसेंटा क्या होता है? एक डिस्क लाइक स्ट्रक्चर होता है embedded in the uterine walls. It contains villi on the embryo side of the tissue. So we have studied a lot about villi during previous biology lectures. Villi का काम क्या है, right? So these villi always provide a great surface area. Villi का function ही ये होता है, absorption, surface area, right? So they provide a large surface area for glucose, oxygen to pass from mother to embryo. Obviously, embryo is inside the mother's body, so it needs some form of nourishment. The developing embryo will also generate waste substances that can be removed by transferring them into the mother's blood through placenta. Development of the child inside the mother's body takes place in 9 months. So this is a full 9 to 10 months procedure. It is not like कि आज fertilization हुई and within 1 or 2 months there will be a baby, right? So it takes full 9 months. The child is born as a result of rhythmic contractions of the muscles in the uterus. Now, this condition of embryo forming here, zygote getting implanted here, embryo getting implanted here, attaching to the wall of the uterus, is when the egg is fertilized by the sperm, right? But what if it is not fertilized? तो तब क्या होता है बॉडी में? तब बॉडी में एक प्रोसेस होता है which is a menstrual cycle. Okay. Now, the lining is prepared for for the embryo, right? If the fertilization takes place. But fertilization तो हुई नहीं, तो ये जो lining है हमें नहीं चाहिए. It is not required, right? So it will be removed from the body in the form of blood plus mucus, right? Now ऐसे ही नहीं पूरा का पूरा लाइनिंग निकल जाता. इट इज ऑल्सो अ प्रोसेस दैट आई सेड इज अ menstrual cycle. It slowly and gradually breaks down. It comes out through vagina as in the form of blood and mucus. The cycle, the menstrual cycle takes place after every 28 to 30 days and it lasts for about 3 to 8 days mostly, right? Okay. So this is the last topic, reproductive health. So as we saw that the formation of a zygote embryo or formation of a baby, fertilization is all a consequence of a sexual intercourse, right? So diseases can be transmitted from one person to other person in normal circumstances also, right? For instance, some diseases like cold, cough, air droplets से spread हो जाता है. कोई कुछ diseases हैं जो by touch spread हो सकता है, या so many ways to it. So when there is a sexual intercourse, a bodily contact, an exchange of bodily fluids, the chances of some forms of diseases are higher. So taking care about your reproductive health is also one aspect, right? So it is a very intimate connection of bodies, and therefore if there is exchange of diseases, it is not that surprising, right? These include bacterial infections like gonorrhea and syphilis, viral infections such as warts and AIDS. So the sexual act always has uh, a potential to lead to pregnancy, right? Because if the male and female gametes fuse and form the zygote, so it can lead to pregnancy, right? Pregnancy is something which the body has to be ready for, and it has to be a choice of both the people, right? So if the person is not ready, right, there has to be something that can stop the process, because it is a life changing event. The person will have a baby and it will stay there for the rest of their lives, right? And before that also, the baby is going to stay there in the mother's womb for about 9 months. Okay. So if the person is very unsure and does not want the baby, there has to be something which can prevent all of this, right? So those are some barriers or some contraceptive methods. Contraceptive methods are there to avoid unwanted pregnancies. तो इसके कुछ मेथड्स रहते हैं, जैसे कि पहला है मैकेनिकल. मैकेनिकल में क्या होता है? इट इज forming a barrier between the sperm and the egg so that they do not meet, right? Then chemical में the hormonal balance of the body is, is played with so that the sperm and the eggs do not meet, or the sperms do not reach the eggs, right? These drugs need to be taken orally as pills. However, they can damage or they can show side effects. Okay. Another form of contraceptive methods is IUDs, that is intrauterine devices. So these are small devices that can be inserted in the uterus, around or outside or somewhere in the abdominal cavity, which can prevent your the pregnancy, right? So other devices are copper T or the loop, which are placed in the uterus to prevent pregnancy. Again, हर चीज का साइड इफेक्ट रहता है, तो दे कैन कॉज इरिटेशन टू द यूट्रस ऑल्सो. लास्ट इज सर्जिकल. ठीक है, तो मैकेनिकल, केमिकल, आईओडीज एंड सर्जिकल. सर्जिकल में क्या है, जो कि कुछ ऐसा मेथड अडॉप्ट करते हैं जिससे बॉडी में एक चेंज कर दिया जाए, रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम में एक चेंज ले आए, ताकि fertilization ना हो पाए, right? So if the vas deferens in the male is blocked, the sperm transfer will be prevented. So I will just write it here. And if the fallopian tubes in the females are blocked, then the egg will not be able to reach the uterus. So in both cases fertilization will not take place. Therefore males में इस process को vasectomy बोलते हैं and females में tubectomy बोलते हैं. However, they are safe in the long run, but it can cause, surgery itself can cause other infections or other problems if not done properly. Last form of surgery is something that is totally uncalled for, but some people wanting a boy or a son can lead to aborting the female fetus, right? So such a case is called as female feticide. It is a type of surgery only. It can be done for removing unwanted pregnancies, and these can be misused by people who do not want a particular child. So basically, there are some cases where the child has certain abnormalities or certain conditions in which it is better to abort the child, right? Both for the baby and for the mother. But there are certain conditions where people use certain tests and processes for their own benefits. What is the benefit? Like they don't want a girl child, right? So they do a illegal sex selective abortion of female fetuses. Such a Such a condition is very unhealthy for the society because if the number of females declines and the number of males keeps increasing तो क्या होगा, imbalance हो जाएगा, right? तो society में imbalance create होगा, male female sex ratio will not be maintained, therefore the the process is something that is totally uncalled for, right? So, because of reckless female feticides, child sex ratio is declining at an alarming rate in some sections of our society. Therefore, this is something which should not be encouraged at all. Hence, we come to the end of today's lecture. So, if you have any doubts, you can let us know in the comment section, and thank you for watching.